every penny I've ever had is been money I've earned. Yeah. So frankly, I'm going to spend it wisely. Like for instance, say you're in a party, so you're at a party, maybe out at a bar with
Fine.
I rule fairly
you're
over my dominion.
drinks, right? You're chatting to her, and
The
then you're chatting
rod
for 2
by
hours,
my
and then at the end of
side.
the evening, she says, "Oh, no, I've got to go meet my boyfriend now." Right, she's wasted my money and my time there. Yeah. That's 2 hours wasted and money wasted, right? Now, she should have told me straight away that she had a boyfriend, and I wouldn't have bothered with her. I'd have moved on, I'd have looked on to her.
I can't believe I did that.
Just having a chat with another human being, Rick, where I'm being deliberately deceived.
I thought it was
so people can extract money from me or interesting conversation.
done for.
She knew what I was after. It was obvious, the drooling mouth, you know, the beady eyes. And yet she was leading me on.
And she was a prostitute. And think how he felt about that. I mean, what a slap in the face.
Let's not try and cheapen it with that kind of cheap sexual innuendo, right? She occasionally slept with me for money.
It wasn't for money, it was for meals.
Yeah. No, but the point was, do you know what I mean? It's just that sort of attitude generally in my life. It's like, don't waste my time, you know? Don't waste my time or my money. You're like, life is, the clock is ticking as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, and so just, if you've got a boyfriend and I come up and I'm chatting you up, just let me know and I'll move on. I won't bother you. Yes, please.
Is there anything else to do here?
I feel they should definitely...
Does anyone know?
You see, the problem is that women without boyfriends will be wearing those badges now, and you won't be able to, you know what I mean? You won't be able to say,
no, I just think there should be some kind of there should be an etiquette, there should be an understanding.
Yeah.
You know, because they know they can see what I'm after. It's obvious.
Is it obvious, is it?
I make it very clear.
You're not a subtle man.
No, I just come over and pound.
Do you still try and attract their attention by throwing small rocks at them?
Yeah.
As they walk down the, has that ever worked?
Occasionally.
Is it really?
You know, the desperate ones or homeless ones.
Oh, the homeless ones. He once, right, he said to me, he came in to work and he said, I gave a homeless girl £1, right? Because I fancied her. He said, is that wrong? Is that really bad?
I don't think it is, you see. I don't think it is, because it seems to me if she was an attractive homeless girl...
Forget who wanted my card.
I just imagine him slowing down. I imagine him like going past loads of tramps going, get out of it, get a job. And he go, hello.
But I have to say, I did for a moment just pause and think to myself whether I could kind of scoop her up from my arms, take her back to my place, and kind of turn her life around like My Fair Lady.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? And kind of teach her to speak properly and dress her up spotless and take her out into sort of society.
Yeah. I think that's what your first mistake was. He said, listen, love, I'm up for it if I can hose you down. That was where you went wrong. Smiths, Cemetery Gates. Great, wasn't it?
Always cracking.
Off Queen is Dead. Voted best album of all time, I don't think it is their best album.
Here We Come.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Cracking.
Anyway, Carl, yeah, so people are arguing on the plot. How did you enjoy Edinburgh, by the way, anyway? Because I saw you...
Oh, I didn't want to go back here.
Nick Frost, your new mates, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. You know, he prefers them to us now.
I know, apparently, I could tell that from just talking to him.
It was just the way he was sort of looking at them, he was just smiling at Nick Frost. It's his new best chum. He loves Nick Frost, don't
Would you have preferred it, right, if I went to Edinburgh and had to sit with some people that I really didn't like? Would you have been happier for me?
No, do you know, but
So I had a great time.
This is where he just was.
And they're nice people.
But he kept going to, oi, Nick, tell Ricky that story. And Nick and Simon, well, all it was, right, and their ghost stories, he loves them because they believe in ghosts.
Oh. It's not just
they're
that.
great blokes with great sense of humour, just because they believe in ghosts. You go and tell him that, he goes, how do you explain that? I was going, well, I wasn't there. What was that one you told me and it was completely wrong? About the...
It was, oh yeah, right, it's years ago.
Oh yeah.
In olden days.
Who wanted the card back?
Yeah.
Some doctor or something who was into like the way bodies
You guys remember?
work. They got their head cut off.
I was supposed to bring the full card back somewhere.
And he cut his own head off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was about, so when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink my eyes.
Right. Okay, sorry, hang on, let him finish.
And,
so the doctor has chopped my head off and he's told everyone I'm going to blink my eyes.
he's in the basket and he goes like, right, I'm going to blink my eyes about, as many times as I can. So quick, count them. And they count and he got to like 15 before he died.
Now this is how Carl told me that. Till Nick Frost explained that, Carl told, he said, right, well a bloke, right, he had his head cut off, and when his head was in the basket, he went, count how many times I can blink. And I went, well, that's rubbish. He went, no. And Nick went, well, no, he actually said when my head's in the basket. He went, and Carl went, all right. I said, Carl, do you know the subtle difference? Do you see the subtle difference?
I have to say though, guys, I still don't really understand what went on there. You've both lost me.
The story is that a bloke who's been found doing...
You mean that Carl just explained it and that was a clear version? Because I still don't know what you're talking about, Carl.
Well, this bloke had his head cut off and experiments against God. He was a doctor in the, in olden times.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
when
it
they
wasn't
cut his
here.
head off,
Why did they cut his head off?
because it was he was crimes against exactly he was executed, yeah. And he said to his assistant, when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink, count how many times I blink and write it down as an experiment, right? Carl told it to me, like his head was cut off and he went in the basket, and when his head
No,
was
'cause
in
I
the
can't
basket, he
get-
looked
oh, I
up
can't.
and counted how many times I blinked. Yeah, I love that. I love the difference in that story.
Yeah.
Both rubbish,
Yeah.
but one's possible and one isn't.
You believe anything that you're told except when we tell you the truth.
Right, here's one. Ghosts and that we got.
No, I wasn't in here.
And Nick said, right, he said, you'll like this one. He said, my auntie was having loads of
Why
problems
are you
in it.
whispering? It's not illegal to talk about ghosts on the radio.
No, but
It's eerie.
so the auntie's in the house and that, and furniture's moving about all the time. And they were like, no, this is...
Steve,
Was anybody watching when I fucking got the first half of the card?
enjoy. I'm just gonna watch your face.
Right,
Where was
so-
that?
so
I
he
missed
said,
the beginning there, Carl. There's an auntie there.
basically, Nick's auntie,
Right.
in the house, things moving around all the time, and it was just annoying every time she tidied up. It was like
It was just annoying.
making a mess.
It was one part annoying and two parts scary.
Yeah.
So stuff was moving around all the time, and they said, right, rather
Right, we
than
need an housekeeper.
having the house a mess, until we sort this out.
I've got the vicar coming round. Stop
I
moving
love
stuff
this.
around.
Oh, yeah, go on.
They said,
That should be in the pants drawer.
let's put all the furniture in one room, right? So just have one room that's a mess, and have all the others empty.
Because I love the poltergeist can't really, he can move wardrobes around, but he can't open the door to put it in another room.
Yeah.
Poltergeist going, oh, I'm just making this room messy. I wish someone would open the door so I could... Go on.
Yeah, but so all this stuff's in this room.
So they
right?
moved all their furniture into
Everything,
one
they
room.
put like the drawers in there and everything. And it was really uncomfortable because they were all like on top of each
They
other.
sat in the room with all the stuff.
Yeah, they had to because that's where the three-piece suite was.
Calendar?
Right? So they said, like,
Where is that?
crumpled
Oh, the
up.
calendar, yeah.
Nothing can move because it's so tight. Things,
Yeah.
I think things were trying to move.
Yeah,
but everything was so tight. It's
They
just like,
boxed that poltergeist.
so anyway, one night they sat there like sort of a bit awkward watching.
Can't
the
click
telly,
anything.
And you hear some banging
Yeah.
in the next room. So she goes, oh God, what's that?
Oh, he had moved in, had he, the ghost?
So
To some of the empty rooms.
so there's this
He's
bang,
moved some friends and family in.
there's this banging about going on.
No,
so
listen,
she gets up, right?
Yeah.
And what it is, they had the baby in the next room because there wasn't much room for the cot.
Right, so they left the baby with the ghost.
Wouldn't that just be magic wand then?
So
Or
they go
fluids?
into the room where the baby is, and the banging.
Yeah.
Is
Can't
like,
do
you know
anything
those
here.
Plastic balls you get that you can chuck around the room and like they go mental.
Right.
The ones that you chuck once and
Yeah,
you kick out
yeah,
for ages.
yeah.
That was bouncing around the room.
Wow, what, the baby had thrown it?
Hitting all the walls, and the baby was there, stood in the cot, sort of laughing
Right.
and looking at the ball, and wherever it looked, the ball went.
Yeah.
And then she said, stop doing that,
Yeah.
and the ball just stopped.
Did it?
And it rolled a bit and stopped.
Right. So the baby had thrown the ball and it was watching it as it bounced around the room.
It wasn't throwing it; it was in control of it.
No, the point is, Steve, the baby had been doing it. It was the baby all along.
The baby had been messing with the furniture. It was
So
the
it's a
baby that had the
super
power.
baby.
Yeah, it's a baby that had the power.
Special baby.
It's a
special
baby that had the power. It's
What
a
power?
baby that had the power.
What-
The
what's
power
the-
of telekinesis.
Right.
They were then trying to convince me that telekinesis was not like all the other stuff that I didn't believe in, but that was a science.
Right.
Telekinesis was possible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like ghosts, demons, and all that stuff. Telekinesis.
Are the people who helped me with the game still here?
But Nick's auntie saw
Oh,
it.
was it here?
I know the fact that you're telling me that someone else
This is where it was, okay.
saw
It's just-
it. So I should be.
It was
I
kind
should
of
be
hidden away.
satisfied with that. I should be satisfied with that. I mean,
So does she still live in one room with one of her possessions?
No, I think
the baby grew out of it, right?
it grew.
The baby grew out of it. So it doesn't use
Not sure where to put it though.
Oh, it's like Kim Carrey, innit? She was upset for a bit and then she got over it.
Okay, I'm just going to say one thing, Carl. That was a film. Do you want to play record on?
I thought this is where it was, right? Why can't I put it down?
Is this another ghost story?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I called him out, what is it? Oh, actually, I just went through those stories again. He said, He said, I'll tell you what he told me. He went, blog, right, just so you know, I'm doing watching telly in his car. And the phone rings, and it's a bloke going, is that fire in your oven okay now? Is your wife called? And the car went, well, one, there was no fire in the oven. Two, it wasn't married. Oh, boy, right. Well, then, right, there was a knock at the door. There was two sort of people, sort of, one, what's their name? They said, I was coming about that fire. Your wife called us. He went, one, there isn't a fire. Well, and two, I'm not even married.
I guess I can't do anything yet, still. I don't know. Well, now I still don't know where to go.
And then he went back, sat down, phone rings, and they said, did they sort out the fire in the oven that your wife told us about? He went, one, there is no fire in my oven. Two,
So there was something more to do here.
the car went, what do you think of that? I went, that's not it. He went, yeah, I went,
That's the end of
I
the
went,
story.
What? He went, well, how'd you explain that? I went, explain what? I thought he was going to say, a year later we got married, but she died in an oven fire. Right? I thought it was going to be that. And I went,
That's
what?
people winding him up.
Yeah, or someone did report a fire oven, and their name was Johnson, and they looked up Johnson, they got the wrong thing, it was the gas board, and they sent around to the wrong person, right? You know, he went, yeah. I said, I explained it to him. He went, yeah. Why did they look at the cat funny?
Oh, man alive, Carl. This is really weird, right? I was in my house once, right, and the doorbell rang.
Yeah.
Right, I opened the door, and there was no one there.
Yeah.
Right? And then I looked across the street,
And some
right,
kids
and there were some
running-
kids running away.
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
There was another time, right, where, like, I opened the door, and there was some bloke who goes, you've ordered pizza. I went, I haven't ordered pizza. And I heard my mate upstairs giggling and putting the phone down.
Yeah. How do you explain that?
Carl, seriously, why did you tell me that story? What did you think there was weird about that?
The fact that it was 3 different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall
asking
asleep
him
and not read
about
it?
a fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack, Carl. What? I mean, why did they look at the cat funny?
Because cats don't like spirits, do they?
What? The other blokes were ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So these are kind of beetle about type ghosts. These are ghosts who walk the earth as the undead, just winding people up type.
That's lovely. That is lovely.
Seriously,
And a cat that did not look happy.
But seriously, why would ghosts wander around just like winding people up? Oh,
Maybe something did happen there years ago. Some fire, some woman might have died in a house of a fire or something.
yeah.
And it sort of all happened again. Bit of a-
Yeah, it's certainly a mystery.
I mean, if you don't
It's a mystery. I mean, I can't.
What's this book you were reading? You were reading a book, which is interesting enough.
It was the Fortean Times.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, I'll tell you this, Carl. Here's a track that will spook you right out. This is Warren Zevon from was it about 1979, early 80s?
Oh, great track.
Werewolves of London. Play this, Carl. I know it's good. From 1978, Carl. Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Are you found that? It's alright. Great track. And fans of Warren Zevon, maybe because you know he's got a new album. That's sweet. Although, if you're a fan,
Yeah. People who hate him wouldn't be interested in knowing that he's got a new album out.
Does anybody know what to do?
Like Lycanthropy, is it not called? What's that? Lycanthropy. What's lycanthropy? Isn't that werewolfism? Isn't it? Do you believe in that?
They found kids walking about who were all hairy because they sort of grew up.
yeah.
So
No. You see, 2 things there. Right, you cannot take on acquired characteristics genetically. So, if you grew up with wolves, it wouldn't suddenly make you hairy.
there's been pictures, there's been stories on it, and I reckon most people a lot of people have seen the stories. It's a popular thing.
You mean the kids that are born hairy?
Now there's kids who've been born hairy, right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, but listen, and they walk around on all 4s, and they drink milk from a saucer.
Steve, this is
No, remember that time with the maggot in the head? getting out with bacon, and you were like laughing, and then people called.
I can't. I tried that.
I've seen that. I've read about that.
Yeah,
this is the same thing.
Have you seen an XFM listener up close? Have you ever looked?
They drink milk from a saucer.
Yeah, they've got to be kept on leads. People who listen to this show.
There's no point in me telling you about stuff.
There is. It's comedy
See,
gold.
when you were at school, did you keep arguing with the teacher saying you're talking rubbish? Then?
Teachers didn't teach us about werewolf boys and ghosts. They taught us maths. God, right. Tell the story about the manhole cover.
Right, in the same magazine as the one with the cat and the fire and that.
Don't tell me that story again, it gives me the...
Yeah, a cat that's got a weird expression on its face is against God.
Anyway, this isn't a scary story. This was just like
Can you
physics. Physics.
Yeah.
It was going on about the nuclear bomb and how powerful it is. And they put a manhole cover on top of one. Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl. Unexplained.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. Oh.
If anyone has ever seen that manhole cover,
Yeah.
get in touch. We'd love to know where it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. What sort of experiment is that? I imagine all these scientists on multi-billion-pound research budgets, they're going, we test everything.
There is no puzzle here. I just don't know what to do next. So I need help, but the people who were helping earlier are gone, and I don't want to look stuff up myself.
I imagine that. What value is that?
So you guys are just watching nothing until someone gives me a hint.
The manhole cover will have someone's eye out. Fire it. See if you can fire manhole covers off the nuclear bomb. Whatever. Try bangers to a bomb. See if it's louder.
If you guys don't care, I'm just gonna stop here.
Okay, listen, Carl, play another track, and then afterwards, can we probe your views on the week's news?
If you want.
We'll do a bit of a white van Carl session.
I've went everywhere.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Today.
Today is the greatest because we're back.
There's nowhere else to go
We're
except
listening to that loud in this lovely summer's day.
the places that have like the 3 rectangles, and there's nothing I can't put cards in.
White van.
Yeah, white van Carl. I mean, for those that don't know, we do this.
We ask Carl the questions that the Sun asks someone else.
That's right. The Sun every day asks some, average Joe his views on the week's big stories. Carl, let me ask you now. What do you make of Prince Harry smoking openly at a polo club? Are you aware of this story?
No. Was it? Go on.
Prince Harry, you know that he's one of the royals,
Yeah.
and he was seen smoking openly, a fag, a cigarette, at a polo club.
Third in line to the throne. Something like that. Yeah. Imagine that. Someone smoking a cigarette is third in line to the throne.
A cigarette, Carl.
Is it a non-smoking polo club?
Do you know, I don't know, but if it were...
Why are you trying to help me then, B?
Works for you? No, seriously, what do you make of it? This is the whole, the furore is he's a role model,
I've got the-
should he be seen puffing away?
Last half of the card.
Matters, does it?
Not concerned for you?
How old is he? Is he old enough to smoke?
I think he probably is, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, I think the trouble with
That's where I'm at. I just got the other half of the card.
Legal, it should either be illegal or not.
Yeah.
I just don't think you can impose things like that because you could say that it is bad for you and it is bad to start smoking and it really is bad for you. It causes cancer and everything.
But everyone knows that, don't they?
Well, yeah, but you should either make it illegal or shut up about it. So this is Carl you're asking, isn't it?
I am indeed. So we can throw these questions your way as well.
That's right, yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
But Carl, what are your views generally? I mean, it's obviously cigarettes are perfectly legal and so on, but what about stronger narcotics? Because I know you're very scared of drugs and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't know.
What's your concern? What's your worry?
Just that you might get into them.
Sure.
It's like you might have them and go, oh, this is all right.
Exactly, Carl. Exactly.
Although I was talking to you about it earlier, and you weren't very sympathetic about a lot of young people who have perhaps gone to crack or smack. Didn't you describe it as their own fault?
Sometimes it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have turned to it where I grew up, but I said, well, don't want to do that. It's not good for you.
Sure.
I avoided it.
You turned to ghost.
So you've got no sympathy for anyone who's a drug addict. It's their own fault, is yours.
It depends, doesn't it?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? You can be an addict if, I don't know, something. I'm trying to think of a nice way.
Well, most people start on stuff like that because something really traumatic happened to them. Very few people go out for a laugh one night and go, let's all try it. So, you know, but yeah.
Just say no, I suppose, is the
Just say
attitude
no.
in the
Listen to the cast of Grange Hill.
Now, this will scare you. Now, this, Carl, you will be a little bit unnerved about this. Have you seen the film Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
You know what happened there? Well, according to the Sun here, it says scientists are planning to clone mammoths for a theme park. Look at his face. Look at that. He looks like a dog caught in the headlights of a car. He's terrified.
I love Carl.
He sprung to attention
Carl.
there.
Is that the best news you could have?
Man moths.
Right.
Yeah, man moths.
I
Man
love
moths.
the fact that that's why he was so.
Being more way past that part.
Man moth. What is this? Yeah, it's a human being that hides in your wardrobe and eats an entire jacket in a day.
Yeah.
What do you mean, man moths? Mammoths. Mammoth, the big hairy cow from the Ice Age. I mean, elephant.
You're not so excited about that, then?
And don't just copy and paste, because no.
A man moth is a different matter. Oh, if we'd have never brought that up, he'd have gone and told someone now.
Yeah.
You know, I've read an half man, half moth.
This
And
is
that's
what we
how
mean.
things start.
This is what we mean when
You
you
don't.
hear these
Are
ghost
you
stories.
slightly deaf? Is that it? When you hear these stories, you're slightly deaf, and his head was in the basket, and he went, "Count how many times I blink." Is it?
Carl, is English your first language? Are you actually foreign? Is that?
Yeah.
Go to sleep
When
then.
we say foreign, we mean not of this planet.
Yeah. Should we speak slower? Would that be a help to you?
No, go on. Next
What do you
one.
make of that?
Do you think that's good?
Seriously,
We
don't
don't have to
bring
bring
back
back mammoths.
prehistoric animals.
These giant elephants.
They're slow, aren't they? It's not as if they're going to like get out and run fast and they can't capture them.
They'd probably be a
like
fence, to be
elephants,
honest,
aren't
Carl. They'd probably be a fence.
they? No, but I'm saying, but you're asking it as if like, oh, it could all go wrong, but it couldn't, could it?
Well,
Really?
but
I'm not streaming
Jurassic
tomorrow.
Park is they thought it wouldn't go wrong. They thought they had it all under
Yeah,
control.
but
Have you-
Have you learned
Dinosaurs.
nothing from Jurassic Park, Carl?
Dinosaurs would say, oh, think about it before you do it. But with a hairy elephant, it's not going to.
Not a concern for you. Would you go along to see him? Would you be interested in that?
If it was in the area.
He's great, isn't he? I'd love a queue, right?
impresses
No, but what I'd like to do is Carl sitting like Yoda in a little cave, and I'd just like to see people like Tony Blair and Stephen Hawkins in a queue, and they go and say, "Carl, got a bit of a problem."
And thinking of cloning a man and a moth.
Yeah.
I've got an issue. No, if I'm in the area, I won't cruise around and have a look at it. Otherwise, just don't send it near my clothes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So just for a second,
what's
as the words man moth came into your head, how excited were you?
The skeleton's
Were you
head.
excited? For just
After
the
you get
way
its
when you
head?
thought that they cloned a man and a moth.
I pictured
What kind of face
not
did he
here.
have? Did he have the moth's head, or was it a man's head?
just a little man head.
Right. What was his face? What did it look like?
He just was like a bit shocked.
Perplexed. Yeah. So it was like he'd been grafted onto the body of a man.
There's this, but I can't do anything with this.
Yeah, he woke up.
He just went in to have a goiter removed,
Yeah.
and they said, "We've
He
replaced your
woke up with
goiter with the body of a giant moth."
Yeah.
Is that all right, Mr. Jenkins?
So he had the head of a little. Was it a little boy or a man?
Little man.
Right. Okay.
And he's just bumping into a lamp.
He just bumping into a man.
If you went into hospital and they'd done something.
So there's
what's the
that.
worst thing to do?
Maybe
Right,
that's where the
what's
head
the
is,
worst
but
done, right? You wake up and you've got lobster claws for hands.
I don't know.
You wake up and you've got duck's feet. Or you wake up and you've got one horn.
Well, give me a hint then.
The worst thing,
Yeah.
probably the horn coming out of my head.
Why?
Get in the way.
That'd be useful, wouldn't it, in fights and stuff? And for like parties, people play
Well, I suppose the
points.
lobster claws would also be quite handy there.
That little motorcycle club, spread your love. You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I suppose so.
First show back.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's great to be
I'm
back.
just thinking about that money, really, to be honest.
I
It's
know,
still playing on my mind.
I know, yeah.
Could we maybe get like a sort of telethon type thing going, or a little charity thing, just sort of helping pay?
You can't really ask people to send you money, it's
Really?
technically begging.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're are you a registered charity?
I suppose not. Not really.
We could probably get you status.
Yeah. Could I could I pretend to give them something in return? I mean, am I allowed to sell things on the radio?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Although you probably probably get in trouble with the authority if you're using it to sort of like to your own game, not like everyone else doesn't. Free lunches and sponsorship and God knows what. You know what I mean? But the people that work here, small fry, the scum.
Exactly, the nobody's,
Yeah.
But 165 quid's quick. It's quite a lot of money, so if you want to contribute anything, as I said before, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, no, I would if I felt any responsibility.
Right.
I think I broke it.
But yeah, I got too early, which is annoying. What we should have done really was get you your plane and come back. It's not about time.
You know, I was going to mention it at the time, but I didn't want to because I knew the answer would be no.
Oh, Carl. Oh, really, I've had a great time. I've forgotten how good it was just to have a just to have a conversation with you. We've been looking forward to this. He's really down today, isn't he?
He's down. It's just but it's interesting because I said to him, did you enjoy Edinburgh? He spent the week up in Edinburgh, obviously, and he said, well, he loved it up there. He's been partying every night, and he actually enjoyed it. And I've never met him when he's actually enjoyed anything before. He's never enjoyed anything, as far as I know. And I'm depressed that we weren't involved.
His paper round.
He loved the paper round, and this is the first time.
He was talking about that the other day as well. About I said to him, that's when he really thinks that paper round he had when he was 14 was the best job he had. He still thinks it's the best job because he said he was
Welcome.
He went, well, I'll get on my bike and think. And he said, I bet if I phoned those people who I delivered the papers to, they'd say it was the best delivery they've ever. He said, in fact, I bet a lot of them have chucked in the delivery because it went downhill. This is all, he's thinking this as he went along, didn't you?
Yeah.
You ready to go into the Oracle?
Was it the best delivery service?
Walk through the Trent. I don't know what that means.
I delivered it 10 years ago. You used to, if you got up at like 6 in the morning, it was there for you. There's no other
I did that already. I put the ball in already.
guarantee that they'd have that paper when they got
Carl,
it
if you
there.
could earn enough money,
I did that.
would you do a paper round again? If that was your job, but you were being paid enough to make a living from it, is that something you think about?
You talk about this?
Do you think you'd enjoy it as much nowadays?
Yeah, I reckon I would, yeah.
Yeah?
And listen to some music.
Sure.
£1,000 a week, would you do the best?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
I can't open the door because I already
Is
did
there
it.
anyone out there who is willing to test that? Is there anyone who's willing to pay Carl, right, a sum of £1,000 to take a week off work and deliver papers just for that week?
I already did this.
No. I'll get up and the customers will have their paper.
Yeah, but can I say what street it is?
What after that?
No, it's the M25.
You are being paid £1,000.
Yeah,
They may ask for a
you
little
got to
bit more.
deliver to the M25. I'll tell you what, I'll move down a little bit and play one of the most beautiful songs I've been looking forward to getting on. I just play this, to be honest. It's Jimmy Webb's version of Galveston. Galveston there, by the brilliant Jimmy Webb. Who wrote it?
Because I want hints.
I mean, yeah, brilliant Jimmy Webb. Who wrote it? Yeah, it was all one
Okay,
sentence,
I'll
yes.
look through the walkthrough.
Again, yeah.
With my speech pattern.
It's just using the English language is always helpful.
But compared to Carl, I'm Oscar Wilde.
I suppose so. Be afraid.
Electric Soft Trade on XFM 104.9. Not long to go on our triumphant return. I think the pace to be saying, Steve.
Yes.
Carl, I've met Carl a couple of times in our sabbatical, and he said to me once. He said, oysters. So I said, have you ever tried oysters? No, I don't like them. And I went, he said, it's just to think about swallowing them whole. You know, well, the reason you have to do that is just they're fatally poisonous. And if you bite into them, they kill you. And I went, well, of course they don't. He went, yeah. I went, well, of course they wouldn't. What have you chewed on that? He said, no. I said, well, so you swallow them whole and not poisonous? He went, yeah, see. He said, when you swallow heroin in a Johnny, he says, that doesn't kill you, does it? That was it. Oh. And then about a week later, he went, I was wrong about them. Yeah, I went, well, he said, yeah. And what did you say?
It's if you eat them and then you have some whiskey.
They turn deadly when whiskey comes into contact with them.
Yeah, when they've had a drink.
They get a bit rowdy in your stomach. They start fighting. They can cause hilarious
So
rupture.
what are you saying now? Are you saying you don't believe that?
Am I saying what?
Are you saying you don't
Look,
believe
he
that?
thinks he's got us here. He thinks he's got us here. Yeah, I don't believe that if you eat an oyster, then drink some whiskey, you die.
You might not die straight away, but you won't.
Eventually, 50 years' time.
If you've got to keep on drinking whiskey.
Yeah,
a bottle a day.
50 or 60 years later, he was dead. Yeah. Oyster and a bottle of whiskey a day. Oh. Then, out of nowhere, 40 years
Where
later...
has this information come from, Carl?
If some doctor called up now
Yeah.
and put you right, would you believe him?
If it wasn't Dr. Fox, yeah.
What about the airy lads growing up with the werewolves and that?
They didn't grow up with
Werewolves
werewolves.
grow up with
You've
werewolves.
confused about three
Just a
different stories
genetic
there.
mutation where they were born with very, very hirsute.
There were a couple of kids,
They
yes, we
didn't
know.
grow up with wolves, and you can't kill them with a silver bullet. I mean, you're confusing two things.
There
aren't
were
you?
some kids who were very, very hairy, yes.
Yeah.
They're in folklore. There were some kids who grew up with wolves, yes. I don't think the two are connected.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as werewolves, Carl.
You
Believe me, I saw a documentary on it on the History Channel. You'd have loved it.
You grew up
The
with a
history of
magpie.
werewolves.
You know, you don't flap around, do you, and steal people's jewellery.
What was the thing you told me about snails?
Have you ever had any post that looks like it's been opened?
Occasionally, yeah.
Right. Well, what it is, it's not your postman having
A sneaky look.
a sneaky look. Problem is,
Right.
slugs.
The problem's slugs.
Slugs at night, they like nipping about and that, and it gets a bit cold. And in London, like in the country, they go into the grass, don't they?
Right.
But in London, it's like, oh, what can we do? And they go in letterboxes.
Slugs go in there.
Get in letterboxes, it's nice and warm in there, dry and what have you. And
These are homeless slugs, aren't they? The ones that lost their shell.
when they're in there, they only found out that they love glue. And they've been eating...
I'm looking at it, I'm not sure what to do still.
People
think I'm supposed to go back here.
because it hasn't had stamps on it. It's like, well, I put a stamp on it. It's
Yeah.
like slugs have been eating it.
Sure.
And they also eat the glue that's on the actual envelope shutter. That's a really popular problem, is that letters are being lost and opened and all that stuff. Slugs.
Slugs like stealing postal orders and things and catching them in and stuff.
Yeah, again, you know, if there's a doctor, if there's a postman.
Yeah.
Well, there's two expert witnesses, a doctor and a
I don't know.
postman. So Posey, it's no problem.
When we see a slug's trail or a snail's trail,
It's glue.
that's the glue they've stolen, is it? That's a little.
I'm not going to
We
say
could
yes to
follow
that because
trail,
I'm
we
not
could follow-
sure.
But we could follow that trail and find them, and they'd have a big sort of
Big pile of letters.
Yeah, our stamps and
Yeah, there they are.
like birthday cards or
From it, yeah, but £2 notes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Slugs. Oysters and whiskey kill you, and slugs.
Be very
make you
careful if
post.
you're going to go out this evening. You're thinking of having a whiskey, maybe some oysters. Be very, very careful.
Yeah, and
Likewise,
if you are going to post a letter, please do not use tasty glue.